Good morning, everybody. It is day number 23. Can you believe it? Going from Ponferrada to Villafranca del Bierzo. If my face seems a little tired and cranky, it is. Some guy was getting ready this morning with a headlamp on. So today's 4.5 hour walk will be to Villafranca del Bierzo. I've heard it's a pretty town. We're leaving the city of stray cats. There's so many cute kittens, but I have enough pets at home. 4.5 hours, a little bit up and down, nothing we can't do. So about 10 kilometers in, we'll get a breakfast. Goodbye, castle. It was fun storming you yesterday. We took no prisoners, and we conquered. By the way, I have to give a shout out to the college nurses. There's a bunch of podiatrists, not really nurses, I guess, maybe, volunteering through their college program at the Donativo albergue. And they looked at anyone's feet if they wanted and had a couple developing blisters and hot spots. And it's gonna sound kind of gross, but said part of the reason the bottoms of my feet were sore was because there's a bacteria infection. I mean, I've been walking, gosh, over 400 miles. You know, I clean my feet twice a day, but they put some stuff on there and my feet feel even better than before. It's amazing. So if you ever stay at a municipal albergue or Donativo and there's somebody offering foot massages, podiatry, do it. Totally worth it. Well, let's do a Camino insight. You get as much out of this Camino as you're willing to put into it. I'm somebody who likes to research places, and I read into the history, the significance of various parts of the Camino. And there are people that just learn about it and show up here and do a big long hike. A place like Cruz de Ferro, I knew was a place to leave a burden and was a ritualistic site for thousands of years. To my friend Claire from France, she didn't know anything about it. It was just a big stick with rocks around it, which I love, you know, because it is. You know, we attach as much meaning to things as we want. But this whole place is one long liminal phase, rite of passage, if you will. And there's no wrong way to do it. I hear some people brag about how there's guys doing this in 25 days or less, 50 plus kilometers a day. Who cares? I hear people talk about how there's these old people doing 10 to 15 kilometers a day and they're really taking it all in, and it takes them 2-3 months. Who cares? You do your Camino your way. You will find others who are doing it in a similar way that you will form strong bonds and connections with. And if the Camino can change your life by just 1%, no matter how you do it, then that's just fine. If your life and the pattern of it is moving along a straight line and the Camino helps change that path by just a degree, a 1 degree change over a long enough time will help you end up somewhere completely different and hopefully better, in a better place. So for me, I think that's why the Camino's been so impactful. I looked into it, the rituals, the history, and I've truly done my best to allow myself to be opened up to the possibilities of the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual phases and what different things have to offer. Done my best with that. And I've made my own changes along the way too. So we're almost an hour in. One more hour and we can get breakfast. Real quick aside, I'm really happy I'm recording this. Again, I'm doing this whole thing for myself, not for views, anything like that. But as I've done other trips before, you can take as many pictures as you want, journal. You're still not going to capture the feel and the randomness of so many things. And with the Camino having so much diversity to it, and the landscapes, the buildings, everything, really happy I'm recording this. So when I started this, for any of you that watched first videos, y'all knew that I was hesitant about doing the selfie stick stuff, and now I'm used to it. Now me and my 20 followers of each video get to enjoy this F-tier content. So I try to make it as rewatchable as I can, especially for myself. And if I watch a video and I'm like, oh, I was kind of bored because of this or this, I try to correct those things. But it's a work in progress. I hope y'all are able to enjoy these. And so, yeah, something to consider doing next time you go on a trip. I just try to take 5-second landscape videos. Of course, I try to record as much as I can horizontally. Sometimes the phone takes it vertically. I don't know why, like if I'm pointing up or down. And then share little snippets of things I have to say. And I know I have to talk quicker. It is what it is. So. So there's a couple reasons I don't take a break until 10K into the hike, or 7 to 10K. One, it feels good to let my hunger drive me. And so as I get more hungry, I have this extra energy to get to the next place. Two, the first hour or two of the day, I can walk in kind of a trance, where I feel like half asleep. And before I know it, a third of my hike, or close to half of my hike, is done by the time I'm taking my first break. So that feels really good. I have a hard time getting up, getting ready to go in this new routine I've built for myself, and then stopping within the first hour. Not for me. I kind of like to get going, then rest for a while. And then if my favorite's when there's a place to stop within 1 hour of my destination. I can grab a beer, really chill for a while, and then take a nice casual stroll to my destination. I noticed this yesterday when I was at the castle, casually walking around compared to walking to a destination. It's like I don't notice the walking I'm doing. Plus, I'm not wearing a pack when I do that, which makes a big difference. But yeah. This looks perfect on a Sunday morning. All right, everybody. Semi-big moment coming up here. We are under 200. That is under 200 kilometers to Santiago de Compostela, which means we're about 300 kilometers from Finisterre. But it's over 2/3 of the way from Saint Jean Pied de Port. I believe that one's like close to 900 kilometers. So, you know, if I'm getting into Compostela on the 24th, which is like 9 days from now, something. And then I have another 4 days walk after. Yeah, that lines up. It's about under 1/3, I guess. Yeah, the numbers are in the hundreds now. Feels good to see, even though it's 200s, but yeah, you get the point. Seeing more and more of these cute towns as we are getting closer towards the end. I'm hoping Villafranca del Bierzo kind of looks like this. What's really cool is since the Meseta ended after Leon, the landscape is becoming more rolling hills, rivers, green, vineyards. It's awesome. A lot more frequent villages with some liveliness to them. Though I do also miss the dying villages of the Meseta too. There's something eerie and beautiful about them. The people who were there were so welcoming. Imagine living in one of those villages, seeing it have so much life, and then over the course of 50 years, just turning to nothing. People are moving to the big cities out here in Spain. But definitely enjoying the energy as we move on closer to our destination. You thought political advertising was fun in America? Check this out. Who to vote for? Well, I was gonna vote for that guy, but this guy has 4 of the same posters in a row. If that doesn't get you to vote for someone, I don't know what will. If he only had 2 posters, I wouldn't have even considered it. 4 posters, now we're talking. About 30 minutes from our destination. The views are starting to look great again. Tomorrow to O Cebreiro, we're gonna have to ascend one of those hills to this old hobbit town in the last 20% of the Camino. They say it's one of the hardest days of the Camino after the Pyrenees. Can't wait. And here I thought the Camino was 1,000 years old. That St. James was full of it. We're about 10 minutes from my albergue in Villafranca del Bierzo. My Camino friends and family are a bit back, so if they're open, my albergue, I'll get showered, wash my clothes, hang them, and be able to get somewhere for lunch by the time my friends get here. Maybe I can get everyone a bottle of wine or something. I like getting in the towns early so I can enjoy more of the afternoon, relax more. I think being older, my feet need longer time to recover. My friends in my 20s that are doing this, they're so spry, and I see them recover so quickly. And until you get to your late 30s, I guess it's just something you don't really know till you feel it. Just the body aching in the most random places. But yeah, Villafranca looks beautiful. Well, isn't this cool? We have another big freaking castle here. It's awesome. Imagine rolling your luggage in a rolly cart down one of these cobblestone streets. I hope your wheels fall off. I'm loving the views of this city. And there's my albergue right over there. Time to check in. So much for my plan to get in early. The albergue doesn't open till 1. It was a risk I was willing to take, and I know that's often the case for a lot of them. Some are open early and they don't really have a check-in time, and some don't open till noon, 1 or 2. That's okay. I'm gonna find a cafe or a bar. I saw one on the way into town that I think my friends will most likely walk across, and I'll settle in there, get myself a reward beer for being done for today. And again, the beer is here. It's not like back home where companies are trying to cram in as much alcohol into each bottle as possible. The ones here just taste good. The alcohol percentage is lower, so it's like drinking a juice, which I guess can be dangerous, but I just like to sip on them and enjoy them. It's a nice way to end the day, take a little bit of the edge off. So yeah, time for a celebratory beer. Here it is, the celebratory beer. Got a little ahead of myself. Cheers, everyone. The Radler lemon beer is so good. And yes, it's better than Liney Summer Shandy. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's fantastic. Tastes like victory. Oh my God. Look what the cat dragged in. What do we have here? But a Stefano and a Stephanie. The Stephs. Steph Squared is back. Are we taking over this castle?
I mean, can we walk past the castle without demolishing it?
That's true. That's true. What do you mean again? You weren't at the last one.
Yeah.
You didn't earn anything from yesterday. This is where you earn your keep.
Good? Yeah. Wow! Great.